Penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Chargers coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. The Chargers, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught by Waller out left side. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up for
touchdown, Chargers. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd down and 3. A give up the middle to Akers. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Okay, ready?
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. That's returnable now for Smith. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those hit fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Christian Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they work this well outfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Colts Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Brings up second and a yard at the 30-yard line. On second down, here's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Demarcus Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Short throw. Going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there. Good for 16 and a 1st.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. Run the ball. Run the ball. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, breaking the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wilson. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards there on a 1st down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again here, Wilson. This is Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now Wilson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Wilson. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he's still there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll go again here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Akers. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory.